What's going on, guys and gals? This is Auto Tech. Welcome to beautiful Las Vegas. And just so you guys know, this is not old footage. I'm going to try and get this one out to you guys as fresh as it can be. Wi-Fi sucks here in the hotel, so it will not be while I'm on the road, I'll tell you that much.
So a little backstory on this situation. My work had a contest a few months ago, which I won, because I am the winner, yes. So I got my flight and hotel paid for to come on down here, and then I was like, what am I going to do while I'm down there? I'm not going to go see Celine Dion, I'll tell you that. So I phoned up Las Vegas Harley Davidson, and I said, you're giving me a Road Glide special. So that's what I'm sitting on right now. 2017 Road Glide special. It's got the Milwaukee 8. I'm just trying to watch that GPS there. Kind of unfamiliar with the area, but yeah, so it's got the Milwaukee 8, the 107, and cruise control, full fairing. Ooh, it's just a lovely thing. But this GPS kind of sucks. Alright, next turn's in 12 miles, so now I can focus on you guys. So yeah, just to recap that, won a contest at work, got flown down last night. The plane got delayed a little bit, so I didn't get in until about 10:30 at night, and then I went on down to Margaritaville, had myself some margaritas and volcano nachos, which I almost ate the whole thing. Then I got myself 5 hours of sleep, got up, went to the buffet for breakfast, and then took a cab over to the Las Vegas Harley Davidson. And originally, I was going to take a ride out to the Hoover Dam today, but I was talking to a guy outside who happens to be a local, and he was like, man, you don't want to do that on a weekend. I was like, why is that? He's like, because even the highway going out there is going to be just jammered. I was like, oh, okay, all right, so that's not what we're going to do today. And he said, why don't you go on out to Red Rock? It's pretty awesome. And I was like, yeah, all right, man, I don't think I've ever been there before, so that's what we'll do. So I am on my way to Red Rock right now.
Sadly though, I only grabbed this bad boy for 4 hours because I'm only here for like the 2 days. Like I fly out tomorrow, basically early afternoon. So I was like, well, a 24-hour rental would be, a little bit hectic. So, and that price, I mean, $200 for 24 hours, like that's a little bit outrageous. But yeah, so I got this one for 4 hours. So I guess Red Rock's like about 30 minutes away, to around there a little bit, and then I'll head back to around like Las Vegas a little bit. Don't worry, I got 2 batteries with me just in case. And yeah, but I mean, like, man, this feels great. Like I left and it was like minus 34 with the wind chill or something like that, and then I got here, and at like 10 o'clock there at night, or 10:30 or whatever it was like 12 degrees Celsius, and I was like, oh man, it's like t-shirt weather now. Like that's like a 40 degree Celsius change. I mean, how do you fucking complain about that? I think the temperature is supposed to go to something like 70 Fahrenheit, so about 20 degrees Celsius today. So it's going to be a lovely day. I mean, I'm just wearing a hoodie right now, so I mean it's definitely more than adequate. Like I'm not the slightest bit cold. But then again, we've been getting that polar vortex around Calgary, so it's been like minus 40 with the wind chill and stuff like that. So just gross, like unhappiness. I'm not even really using the radio. Like I was just playing with it a couple seconds ago, and unfortunately I didn't want to record that because I'd probably end up getting some copyright strike or something. But I don't really know the stations down here, and I'm not going to be sitting on this thing for long enough to really care to find my hard rock station. Which, on a side note, I find quite often the radio stations don't really play the heaviness that I require for my daily routine. So, I'm going to try and do this without being too much of a dick. There's Sky. He's super hardcore type.
and he was picking up his rental just slightly before me. And, you know, he's got like the rings all over his fingers, the chain wallet, this and that. And, you know, he's a tourist, right? Because, you know, he mentioned something about whatever hotel he was staying at. But he gets walked out, you know, and I come out the door behind him because I'm picking up my rental too. And he gets walked over to the trike. I was like, oh, all right, well, I mean, you know, whatever. And then he couldn't get it going. Like he basically like stalled it, and then the guy's like, oh, I think you're in like second or something, so he gets him going, and then the guy gets like another 3 feet, stalls it, and then he gets like another like 3 feet, stalls it, and it's like, oh man, like I felt bad for the guy, because it's like, you know, he was obviously looking forward to this, like this is something he's been like dreaming about, but from what I've seen, I don't think he actually knows how to ride a motorcycle. And then I didn't have the camera on quite yet, like, you know, and obviously I didn't want to record the guy because like that's just super dick, right? But then I turned on Las Vegas Boulevard there to get going on my way, and he was pulled up onto the sidewalk, so he might have been pulling the plug, calling her quits. I'm not sure. That sucks though.
It's a good looking community. I don't even know what community this is. But I always like the look of the like desert style homes where they got like the tile roofs and the like they kind of got that sandstone look to them, you know. So that's usually pretty sweet. Made a little stop at the gas station there, bought myself some cigarettes. Oh my god, guys! If you go to Vegas, like I haven't been to Vegas since like 2013. If you go to Vegas, do not buy cigarettes at the hotel. Oh my god, it was like $14. Like it was more expensive than in Canada. And then you convert it over, that's like an $18 pack of cigarettes. I just went to that gas station, bought 2 packs of cigarettes and a Gatorade for $15. And it's like, that's more like it.
Cyclists everywhere. Never fails. No matter where you go, we always get cyclists. But yeah, it looks like we're kind of getting into the Red Rock National Park now, so that's awesome. Little drone activity there, or RC planes. Cool. Yeah, maybe I'll hit that on the way back. The sign here, that's what I mean. That guy wasn't kidding. This is definitely a lot better scenery than heading out to the Hoover Dam. So, I mean, should have caught his name and given him a spam card. But thank you, random guy smoking outside of the Harley Davidson. Thank you for the suggestion.
Saw a little sign said Red Rock Overlook. So I'm like, sure, gotta go to that. And I gotta turn off the damn GPS. It's starting to irritate me. Would you just look at it? Oh, it's like a postcard. It's just so lovely. Yes. Cool cars.
And onward we go. Go a little bit further down here. Not sure what time it is, but I know I still got some time left, so not a big rush.
Blue Diamond. Seems like a good spot for a cigarette or something, and turn around and mosey my way back. I also saw a sign that said like end of scenic road, so I'm guessing there's not a whole lot excitingness going on past this. Well, there ain't a whole lot going on out here. Doggies. Dog.
Now, on my way by, I saw this like tourist sign, you know, on the side of the road, one of them big like Red Rock National Park things, and thought that'd make a good photo. I'm gonna try and watch for it on this side, and if there's a good spot to like pull over at it, I'll definitely do that. If not, I'll just proceed as I usually do.
I found it. I done found it. Now watch me drop this really expensive bike in the gravel.
this is definitely making for a nice break in the winter, because last time I got a chance to ride was when we were getting that weird weather in Calgary at the beginning of December, and you know, and then there was nothing until now, and then I'm pretty well gonna go head back home to the freezer, and then from there, you know, we're looking at another close to 6 weeks until, you know, it's probably going to be rideable again. So this is definitely an awesome little break. I mean, you can hop on a nice Road Glide Special. This is my first experience with that M8, the 107. It's definitely pretty nice. Like, it's got power and stuff, and it's smooth. I mean, not as fast as my Dyna by any means, but you know, I definitely got no complaints about it. And you know, this Road Glide, it's awesome. Like, I'd still love to get one at some point. I don't know what visitor center that is, but god damn, that traffic is just unreal. Like, wow. I definitely have no intentions of waiting in that just to go look at whatever touristy type thing they got going on. So I'm not done yet or anything, don't worry about that, but I think tonight, yeah, I'm gonna go to Fremont Street because it's pretty awesome, and then yeah, tomorrow I'm just gonna kind of stick around the hotel. Like, I'm at the Tropicana, so I mean, there's like that M&M factory and stuff like that, and Miracle Mile isn't too terribly far away. Yeah, just because, like, I gotta get to the airport at a reasonable time, and then I have to, you know, go home, sadly. So I pulled into this gas station here and decided to have myself a cigarette, and I checked the battery on my Senna, and I was like, oh boy, good thing I checked that, because it was pretty well dead. I'm gonna work my way back into town a little bit of a different way, rather than just taking that, I think it was 215 or 15 or something like that. I'm gonna kind of cut through this residential area, and then you know, just, you know, I'll be going by it, so I might as well stop at Red Rock Harley Davidson and get myself a couple poker chips. But yeah, no, I figured whatever, I'll go check it out, and then I'll grab them so I have them for my collection, and then, you know, it was a little bit of a, you know, a little bit more scenic, I guess, like to kind of head back into town, not just jumping on a freeway and blowing by a bunch of sound barriers and stuff, which is what's right at me right now. But yeah, I'm sure it'll change. I guess being that all the roads are kind of being named Red Rock Ranch and Red Rock Road and stuff like that, is probably why the dealership is called Red Rock Harley Davidson. Having a GPS map like right there in front of my face is just so convenient. I remember all those times I was riding around Seattle, and it was like, check the map, and like, oh man, I gotta turn here, turn there, and then it's like you're trying to remember it as you're fighting your way across the city. So it's almost like laziness, just to hit it all into that little screen right there. And yeah, but my complaint about this thing is the map doesn't move quick enough. So when you're blitzing down the road and it like shows your turn, like, and then you're seeing it and it's like right in front of you, but the map hasn't caught up yet. It's like, yeah, okay. Lots of green trees, green grass. Oh man, I haven't seen greenery pretty well since Seattle in October. So it's been a while for me. Holy smokes, look at the size of that damn thing. That is massive. Like, none of the dealerships in Canada are like this. Like, well, maybe Trev Dealey or something in Vancouver or something would be like that, but definitely not, you know, around my area. Well, that's definitely a pretty big place. I went in, got my poker chips, looked at some t-shirts, and yeah, they were like $50, so I was like, no. Now I'm going to work my way towards the strip again, because Las Vegas Harley Davidson it's pretty well at the south end of the strip, I believe, so I just used their GPS to kind of get me back to their dealership, and then from there I'll probably take a run up the strip, and then that'll probably be about it for the time today. Unfortunately, they weren't willing to work with me, because I said, well, how about I give you an extra $20 for another hour, and they're like, no.
So I'm going by these houses here, and they've got these massive AC units up on the top of them, and I mean, rightfully so. Like, if you're living in the desert where it gets to like 115 degrees in the summertime and stuff like that, makes me wonder though, like, what kind of, like, do they even have furnaces, or do they just have like floorboard heaters that are electric? Because I mean, like, you really don't get cold enough that you'd have to worry about it. Like, just turn your AC off, and during the day your house will warm up. So yeah, that's definitely something to kind of question. Makes me wonder.
I guess my plan to kind of make it through the city to get back kind of backfired on me, because the GPS just took me on to what are we on? We're on I-15 southbound. So yeah, whatever. Cool. Although I should really watch the road, because it'd be a bad time if suddenly traffic stopped and I'm looking at the scenery. I didn't know there was a Trump Tower down here. That's kind of cool. Oh, you can kind of just catch the high roller a little bit, like over the top of the building there. Cool. Very cool. A little bit more of the strip there on the left, the newer strip at least. And the real building's looking pretty cool. I like the multicolored glass. But yeah, I'm gonna focus on the road here, because there was a little bit of traffic back there, a little bit of construction and stuff like that. And yeah. My hotel's just on the other side of this pyramid one, and then Mandalay Bay there. So it's the dealership is only like 2 miles away, so it really wasn't too bad. I'm undecided if I'm gonna walk back though. I mean, it's like a half hour carrying my gear. So that's not very fun.
So I remember a little bit ago how I was telling you that this GPS doesn't really keep up with you on the road. Well, I totally missed my turn. But that's okay, because it rerouted, did a little detour there, and now I see a Harley sign way off in the distance. I know this camera won't pick it up, but it's there. I don't want to commit too far up the strip, because I don't know how many gas stations there are, and I gotta fill this up before I take it back. Alright, I got her all topped up, and then since I'm off the strip, I stocked up with some cigarettes to last me for the weekend. Got myself some fancy flavored cigars to take home, because those are illegal in Canada. Yeah, that's an interesting one, because you know, their whole reasoning behind that is we'll take away flavored tobacco so kids don't smoke it. And it's like, well, why don't you just not sell it to minors?
So you can probably see the sign now. That means our time is coming to a close. This one's pretty long and random and whatever. But I mean, I hope you guys enjoyed this random little surprise. I mean, it's not not all the time that I get to just randomly go to Las Vegas in the middle of January and rent a Harley Davidson. So this is definitely pretty exciting. And oh, look at that, the fabulous Las Vegas sign. Right on. That's a good note to end this off on. So you know what there, guys and gals, make sure you go on and hit that subscribe button. I hope you enjoyed this randomness, and you know, once again, thanks for taking the time and watching. Sorry it was, you know, a little bit all over the place, had no structure. Look at this, look at that, let's stop here. But you know, I'm trying to work on being a little bit of a better tourist here. You know, sometimes I suck at that sort of thing. But yeah, I'm undecided if I'm going to charge up my batteries and bring the camera with me to Fremont Street this evening. So once again, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and thanks for taking the time and watching.